Good morning and welcome to Transwest Truck Trailer RV of Frederick. My name's Callie Say and I'm here at Transwest in Trailer Sales. So for those of you that aren't familiar with us, we're right up I-25, about 30 minutes north of Denver. We are Cimarron and Logan dealers, so if you're looking for a brand new trailer, those are the two brands that we carry. If you're looking for something used, we take everything from little bumper poles to big LQs in on trade. We have a huge variety of inventory here sitting on the lot and a lot on order. So if you're looking for a very specific trailer or if you want to custom build one, we have great options available to you. Right now, I've got an example of a really cool inventory piece that we ordered in. We've done this one in a variety of colors. If you checked out yesterday's video, we had this one in a white trailer as well, but this is a 2024 Cimarron Norstar 4-horse gooseneck. Now our 4-horse goosenecks, when we set them up for inventory, we do several different floor plans. If you go custom, you can do anything that the engineers will allow. So when we've got a trailer sitting here, there's a lot of things that we do to upgrade our inventory units that make it really useful for the customers. And there's also a lot of modifications that can be made after the fact if they want to take an inventory unit and personalize it. So the first thing I wanted to go over was some specs on this one. This is a 6'10" wide trailer, 7'1" tall. You're 21 feet 3 inches on the floor, so it's a really nice length for the gooseneck. It's not going to be anywhere that you're going to get in tight spots or anything like that. This is a great length to pull around. I know a lot of people that are looking for a runaround or maybe a trail riding trailer, this is a great option for you. You still have plenty of storage in your tack room. It's a 3'8" short wall, and that gives you a 7'8" long wall on it. So plenty of room in there for all of your tack and equipment. Let's start up front here and we can kind of go through some of the features. So the first thing you're going to see here is an adjustable 25K B&W hitch here. And we went with a lower profile design so that if you have to run this up a little higher on your tow vehicle, you have the room for adjustment. One of the things I really like about Cimarrons is you've got the pin as well as the 2 set screws. So for security reasons, it's really great. You can get this super secure on your truck and still have a lot of adjustment in it. We've done some videos on how to go through and adjust your trailer if you have one that's sitting too high or too low on your truck. Your breakaway cable, it's this nice bungee type material instead of that long wire that always gets hooked on everything and kinked up. So this is a really great option. And then you've got your safety chains here. So you're DOT compliant, very safe and secure. If you ever have any issues, you know that this trailer is set up to take care of it. Underneath the nose here, we've got our spare tire. You'll notice this spare tire sits a lot higher than most inventory trailers that you'll see. This is something that we actually figured out after moving a lot of spare tires after people decide to opt in and add an electric over hydraulic after the fact. Those electric over hydraulic jacks, they take up a little bit more square footage under the front here, and you need a little bit more room to do a manual override if you ever have no power running to your jack. So by just going and relocating the spare tire from the get-go gives you the easy option to install that jack without having to add extra labor to the trailer. Now this is the spare, is the same as what's running on the ground here. These tires and wheels are backed by a really great warranty. So not only does Cimarron have a wonderful 3-year hitch to bumper, 8-year structural warranty, but your tires themselves have a 1-year no questions asked, 2-year roadside assistance, and 5-year against any manufacturer defect. Cimarrons come standard with aluminum wheels, but if you want to upgrade your wheels and tires, we've got lots of options available. We're able to get the Goodyears in this load range E 16-inch wheel and tire, which is a really great high quality domestic brand. And then on this particular one, we've got the charcoal metallic sheets. Looks really great with those black aluminum spoke wheels. You'll notice as you walk around our lot, a lot of these trailers have this little green tab here. And what that signifies is that this tire is nitrogen filled. So unlike regular air, which expands and contracts a lot with cold and heat changes, nitrogen remains a lot more stable. So if you start out on a really cold morning like today, run this trailer down to where it's a lot warmer, there's a good chance your regular air on your tires is going to expand a lot, and that can leave you susceptible to blowouts. So by having PSI that is a little more stable, what you start with is usually what you finish with. There will be some fluctuations in it, but it's going to be a lot less of a fluctuation than regular air. If you ever have to, you can always just put regular air in this tire and you're not going to have any issues. You just won't get the same benefits that you had with the nitrogen. So really great warranties on this tire, great setup, and we can work our way around the front here. You'll notice these charcoal metallic sheets. That is an upgraded option. What is standard is white. We really like to do a variety of these different colored trailers. Charcoal metallic's been really popular. We've got a really pretty silver metallic, and then the white, and then the black. If you want to do a fully custom color, they've got definitely a lot of options there, but you don't have as thick of an aluminum sheet if you go with a completely custom color. On these short wall sizes, we've been ordering them almost all with these swing out saddle racks. These are completely adjustable, so if you have a little crescent wrench, you can loosen the top and bottom bolts here and slide them up and down to give you the clearance for your saddles that you need. If you needed to take these all the way off, you're just running with tack trunks, that's an easy option, and it gives you a little more storage on the inside. Swing out blanket bars on the door. These are also on a gas shock, so you can easily load up all your blankets, swing it back in, keep it nice and tight against the door there. We like these little brush boxes on the door. We order almost all of our inventory with those brush boxes, but some people will opt for one of those tack door organizers. And you'll notice with this swing out, we have an oversized door here. So anytime we do a swing out saddle rack, we aim to do at least a 42-inch wide door. That gives us enough room to get proper clearance for your saddles, as well as have room to sneak by and get in and out of your trailer without having to swing this back in. A lot of manufacturers won't increase their door size for those swing outs, and we find a lot of the bigger roping saddles get hung up on those doors, or you have to swing it in and out and in and out to get in and out of your trailer. So really great options available through our Cimarron manufacturer. We also opt to put fold-up steps on almost all of our tack rooms. We can do it on a lot of our escape doors if you are using your living quarters as more of a mid-tack on that first stall, or if you've got a full width rear tack, you're going to see the option to add these steps. Makes it so easy to get in and out of the trailer. Even though we're 6'10" wide and we have a lot of running board on this trailer, it's still a lot higher up and a much narrower step. This just gives you the stability you need to get in and out of this trailer without issues. In the actual tack room itself, we have room on this wall over here to do a nice big shelf with lip, and then we opt to do a clothes rod underneath. So a lot of you will see that on some of our trailers we've got those clothes rods in the nose. This is just a great option if we've got that step or this shelf. It gives us a great hanging space. A lot of your tall garments can go here. Gives you some really great storage options. And then we do a half boot box here. It's 12 inches deep. Gives you plenty of extra storage space, but one of the things I love about it is if you use a lot of storage space up in your nose, it makes it really easy to get up and down into the nose of this trailer without having to be an athlete. We've got windows on either side of that gooseneck nose, so if you ever throw a bedroll up there, take a nap, you can open those windows, get a nice cross breeze going through. Then as we work our way back, you'll see we've got this nice little bracing here. That is perfect bracing for either adding a little max air fan, one of those little camper fans, an AC unit. So as of these 2024 models, all of the Cimarrons come standard on the goosenecks with those bracing for AC units. It just makes it so much less expensive if you or anybody you sell the trailer to decides to go and add one of those units after the fact. All of the bracing is already there. Right over on this wall here, we've got our 12 bridle hooks. We stacked these ones. We can do different layouts for this. If you want more bridle hooks, they can extend this. If you want this whole wall carpeted, just if you plan on shoving a lot of things up against this wall here, that's always an option with your Cimarrons. On this one, we did the 2 tiers, and these are nice heavy-duty aluminum hooks. They're not plastic like a lot of people think they are. But they've got this nice powder coating on them, so it gives them a nice clean, sleek appearance. In the corner here, we've got our 25-gallon corner water tank. with hose, and it's on a nice little stand, so it makes it easy to get that water to drain out. That's something we option with almost all of our inventory units as well, just because it has such a nice little space back there for it to hang out. You really don't miss that storage space, and if you ever need water, you're going somewhere where you don't have water readily available, you're gonna be really happy we put that 25-gallon water tank in there. So as we work our way down here, this is something else we upgraded on this particular trailer. We did drops on the hip side. So what is standard on these Horse Goosenecks is bus windows on the hip. Some of them you'll see will have plexiglass slats, air gaps on the hip side. Just some different options. People have different preferences, so we try and carry a variety of inventory to suit people's needs if they walk onto this lot and want to take home a trailer today. These drop downs have bus windows on them as well. So if you're running somewhere where you don't need all that airflow, you can just slide those windows open and you get plenty of air moving through your trailer. A lot of people in the southern part of the US really like having these drop downs. It's a lot more humid down there. You need a lot more airflow. Even though Cimarron has an insulated roof standard on every single trailer, it's just a really nice option to get some air moving. Especially if you're stagnant, stuck in traffic, any breeze will help keep those horses nice and cool. As you work down here, you'll see that we've once again got those black spoke aluminum wheels on those 16-inch load range E tires. This trailer is running on two 6,000-pound Dexter rubber torsion axles, so plenty of axle underneath this trailer for what you're going to be hauling. And then as we zoom up here, you'll see we've got a nice big 16-inch awning light. So if you're tacking up at night, it's going to be really easy to see. Last night I hooked a customer up after dark, and in order for them to do a thorough inspection of their Cimarron, they were able to flick on all those lights, and it was like daylight out here. Those LED lights throw off so much brightness. As we work our way around here, you'll see we've got the rear entrance is 2 doors. Now we did a 60-40 setup, so if you've got really good broke horses, you can probably keep that 40 door closed and load them in and out of the 60. Makes it really nice for, not having to worry about a really windy area, having to fight those 2 doors. They come standard with holdbacks on every door, but as you guys know, wind is the biggest enemy of horse trailers. So if you can just open one and not have to wrestle another, it's a really nice option. We do a bus window on the hip side of that rear door standard. It's just really nice. You can get a lot of air moving right out the back over the tops of those horses. On this particular unit, we did rubber mats. You'll see some people, especially your customer units, they'll upgrade to a worm flooring. It's a permanent floor. It's troweled in. It's completely sealed, so you don't have to worry about any urine getting down to your aluminum and causing pitting and corrosion. One of the best things you can do if you've got rubber mats is a couple times a season, pull all of these mats out of here, power wash it out, let it dry, and then we put just some regular baking soda on the floors before we put our mats back, and they're nice and dry. And that'll help, if any urine does get down to that aluminum, it'll help start eating the baking soda before it eats the floor. So good floor maintenance is really key if you're gonna go with an aluminum trailer with rubber mats. If you take care of these trailers, they'll last you probably longer than you even need the trailers for. So good maintenance is a great option on your Cimarrons. Some other small maintenance things besides, brakes and bearings, checking your electrical system is actually we've got grease zert hinges on all of your doors and drop downs. So all you have to do is get yourself a grease gun, get some white lithium grease, and you can hit those zerts a couple times a season. Keeps those hinges nice and lubricated so that they won't have any issues with seizing up. Everybody knows when you open an old trailer up that has started to corrode itself closed, it can be really hard on those hinges, and that's when you start to see breakage. But Cimarron has gone in and made it maintainable for the customer, so all you have to do is make sure you stay up to date on your maintenance. In the stall area itself, you can see how open and inviting this is. to load a horse in and out. You've got huge drop windows on the hip side. All of the walls are kick matted with 050 aluminum above. There's insulation behind all the walls, so it's gonna stay nice and cool. And then once again, you've got your insulated roof. This insulated roof is really cool. We've had a lot of hailstorms come through here, and Cimarron and Hart put on a really great roof. It is called a FiberTech roof. It's got a gel coat finish on the top, so it's really UV resistant, but it's got a honeycomb core on it. So if you have hailstorms come through, that roof is really, really, really strong. We've recorded up to baseball size hail hitting these roofs without damage. If you ever do have something damage your roof, you just have to silicone those individual cells. Long time ago, we had issues with some of those roofs delaminating, but now it's a single pour roof, so you don't have anywhere for water to create any issues and try and separate layers. So this roof is one of the #1 reasons a lot of people buy these Cimarron trailers. It adds a lot of structural strength because it's incredibly strong. You can walk up and down that roof without having to walk on roof bows, which is why you'll notice our roof bows on our Cimarrons are a little stronger apart. They don't need to be quite as close together. And then it just keeps these stall areas so much cooler or warmer in the winter. Your dividers on these ones, we went in ahead and padded our dividers. We were having so many people do it once they got here, so we just figured we'd go ahead and pad them from the beginning. But Cimarron has a nice smooth dividers. Everything's got a radius. I love having people walk in on my Cimarron trailers and I tell them to run their hands over everything. They can feel a radius to every single curve here. Really horse safe. And as far as ease of use, it's so easy to just pop this open and everything's spring loaded. You're usually leading a horse in with the other hand, so it's nice to be able to have one-handed operation for all of this. We do a stud divider standard on the first stall on anything 3 horse and above, and then you've got an escape door on anything 3 horse and above. So really great options just in this stall area. We've got these big OptiBrite lights, and we try and do about 1 every 2 horses. If you feel like you need more lights, you can always add additional OptiBrites in here, but this is plenty of light. Like I said, I had one of these Cimarrons lit up last night. These OptiBrites make it so easy to see what you're doing. Really helps with loading at night and just gives those horses a nice big bright open space to load into. We got roof vents over each stall and a big strap that runs from hip side to head side over here. So if you open those doors, you don't have a horse coming running back at you. These side extrusions are one of my favorite features on these Cimarrons. I always like for people to go up and hit the sidewalls on these Cimarrons, and you can feel how sturdy they are. There's a lot of triple hollow slats on these, and they're completely interlocking, so all of the extrusions are owned by Cimarron, so they can make their trailers like a big giant puzzle piece. This running board locks into this extrusion, which locks into the rear frame, makes it an incredibly strong trailer. Anytime you can minimize the amount of locations that need to be welded on to create strength to put a trailer together, you're going to increase the strength of that actual piece. So Cimarron has their rear frame, this rear post here, as one complete piece instead of having to weld 3 separate pieces together. That's going to be a lot stronger. You're going to have less break points, which is going to increase the longevity of your trailer. I feel a lot safer throwing my horses in my Cimarron trailers, and it's going to have better resale value for you. The fenders are bolt-on fenders, so one of the main things we see on trailers cosmetically is a blown tire taking out your fender. It's really easy for Cimarron to ship a fender, and you can have a shop install it for minimal labor, as opposed to having a weld-on fender where you're going to have to do some cutting, find somebody that can weld on aluminum. So this is another great cost-saving feature that Cimarron has for your wallet. On these drop downs on the head side, we've got these nice big jail bars. They're all one solid piece, so we have eliminated a lot of the places that can break on one of these jail bars. Instead of having one of those strings you have to pull or a bar that you have to collapse. It's really simple operation to get these to work. You'll notice on Cimarrons, almost anywhere they have metal to metal contact, they're going to have some sort of plastic buffer. That's going to reduce a lot of the noise and vibration that you see on these trailers. You know, some brands will market it as a quiet ride. Cimarron's been doing it for years. They want to make sure they minimize that metal to metal. Metal and metal actually wears a lot faster. So if they can have some sort of plastic buffer, it's going to be a lot quieter for your horses, and it's going to be have a lot better longevity for you. Big escape door. We've got a chest bar here, so if you open that door, you don't have a horse come flying out at you. Anytime we've got an area where horses have access to the outside, we've got a latch here, but then you've got this butterfly latch that'll come over and lock this closed. So if you ever plan on using your escape door as an escape door, I always tell people, got to make sure this is open first. But we want to make sure these trailers are nice and safe for the horses. We've got 2 points of latches on this one. If you guys have any questions on this trailer, like I said, I've got this one in different colors sitting on my lot right now, but there's a good chance we've reordered this one already. You can check it out on our website. This is stock number 5N231383. It is a 2024 Cimarron Norstar 4-horse gooseneck. If you guys have any questions on this one, I'd be more than happy to answer it for you. You can reach out to me. My name is Callie Say. My phone number is 970-309-6368. I really appreciate you guys taking the time to go through this trailer with me today. I hope everybody has a great Friday. Thanks.